Patriots Nation, what is going down behind the scenes at Gillette Stadium right now is going to completely shift the landscape of our hunt for a back-to-back title. I have got 4 massive updates that hit the very heart of our defense, the protection of our MVP Drake May, and a legal twist that nobody saw coming. We are talking about a division rival betrayal, a tough goodbye to a familiar face, and a heavy hitter signing that is ready to silence all the doubters. You are not going to believe what we have on deck. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's get right into it. Also, make sure to subscribe because we are pushing for those first 1,000 subs. You know that old saying about keeping your friends close, but your enemies closer? Well, the Patriots took that literally and just pulled off a masterclass move that is going to have Buffalo Bills fans absolutely losing their minds. Imagine this. You have one of the best blockers in the league, a guy who is the soul of the run game and special teams, and suddenly he crosses the division line to wear the navy, red, and silver. That is exactly what went down. Mike Garafolo dropped a bomb that stopped the NFL in its tracks. Reggie Gilliam, the fullback who was the heart of the protection in Buffalo, is now one of us. We are looking at a 3-year deal worth up to $12 million, with $6 million fully guaranteed. But do not let the contract numbers fool you. The real value of this signing is what Gilliam brings to the turf. For anyone who thinks the fullback position is dead, Gilliam is living proof otherwise. He led every fullback in the league last season with a 73.5 run blocking grade from PFF. Even more insane, in 24 pass protection snaps, he did not let a single soul touch the quarterback. Not one. That is absolute music to the ears of Drake May. Our young MVP took way too much punishment last year, finishing as the 4th most sacked quarterback in the league with 47 takedowns in the regular season. Seeing May get dropped 21 times in the playoffs was gut-wrenching for any fan to watch. The offensive line, with young guys like Will Campbell and Jared Wilson, desperately needed an experienced enforcer, and Gilliam is that guy. Evan Lazar hit the nail on the head when he said our fullbacks had negative efficiency last year. And we know Josh McDaniels loves those 2 back sets. Snagging the best in the division to fix our biggest weakness is pure chess. Gilliam is not just here to block. He is here to buy May the time he needs to find his receivers downfield and to open up massive lanes for Ramondre Stevenson to steamroll through. It is a brilliant play that weakens a direct rival and shields our 23-year-old franchise cornerstone. But if you think that was the only power move on the market, keep your head on a swivel. Because what is coming next involves a bitter departure and a revenge plot that is being cooked up on high heat. You know that feeling when your heart sinks because you realize success always brings out the vultures. Well, the bill for ending the Kansas City Chiefs' reign in the AFC in 2025 just came due, and it has a name, Kyrus Tonga. The news that hit like a ton of bricks Monday afternoon is that the Chiefs, hungry to get back on top, came raiding our backyard for a piece to bolster their trenches. Tom Pelissero confirmed that Tonga agreed to a 3-year, $21 million deal to join Patrick Mahomes and company. Seeing a Warrior who started the final 8 games of our Super Bowl run put on that red jersey hurts. I am not going to lie to you. Tonga was that quintessential unsung hero. He was not always the guy on the highlight reel with flashy sacks, but his impact on the run game and his raw physical strength to eat up space were vital for our 7-1 record down the stretch. He was so versatile that Mike Vrabel even used him as a fullback in goal line sets. Losing a guy who plays with that much grit and heart to a direct conference rival is a punch to the gut for the fan base. Daniel Popper actually predicted he would get less money, but the Chiefs opened up the checkbook because they know the guy is a literal tank. But take a deep breath, Pats Nation, because our front office does not sleep and the response came in kind, and maybe with a technical upgrade that is going to make our defensive line even more terrifying. While we were mourning Tonga's departure, Jordan Schultz broke the news that levels the playing field. We locked up Draymond Jones for 3 years and $39 million. If Tonga was the blue-collar worker, Jones is the force of nature that implodes the pocket. Last year, he wrecked defensive lines with 7 sacks and 24 quarterback hits. He has incredible tactical flexibility, being able to slide inside or play on the edge, which gives our defensive scheme a level of unpredictability that offensive coordinators absolutely hate facing. Jones is here to fill that production vacuum and take our pass rush to the next level, making sure that saying goodbye to Tonga is just a turning page in an even bigger book of wins. But while we are all trying to process this game of musical chairs on the roster, a report straight from the courthouse just changed the fate of one of our most dominant and talked about defensive anchors. Stop whatever you are doing right now, because what I am about to tell you changed the vibe in the locker room in minutes and might be the deciding factor in our defense remaining the terror of the NFL in 2026. You remember that dark cloud hanging over Christian Barour? That legal uncertainty that had every Pats fan nervous since last year? Well, the Massachusetts court system just handed down a verdict that is going to make Gillette Stadium rock. In a tense hearing at Attleboro District Court, all domestic violence charges against our defensive line monster were dropped. The Bristol County DA's office threw in the towel and declared the case was no longer viable after crucial new information came to light directly from the victim. Imagine the relief for this organization. Barour had been staring down a heavy legal battle since that incident back in August, involving arguments over the AC and food that escalated in a really unfortunate way. The tension was through the roof, especially since he was supposed to be arraigned just 5 days before the last Super Bowl. His defense attorney, David Meyer, had been saying all along that no criminal conduct occurred, but seeing that gavel come down is a whole different story. Prosecutor Jennifer Soa was clear that Barour proactively sought out counseling and worked through his personal situation, showing the kind of maturity we expect from a leader on this defense. Now, think about this from a strategic standpoint. With Barour free from any legal distractions and 100% locked in on the field, what is this man going to do to opposing quarterbacks? He is the engine of our interior pressure, the guy who demands a double team and creates space for everyone else to shine. Knowing that he and his partner are in contact and handling things peacefully is the best case scenario for the person and the player. The fans were split, with plenty worried about the team's image, but the reality is that having our best defensive tackle back without the weight of a trial on his shoulders is like getting a blue-chip first-rounder in the middle of the offseason. And if you think the surprises end there, get ready for how we are wrapping up this historic day. Pat's family, what a massive day for New England. We secured elite protection for our MVP Drake, made by bringing in Reggie Gilliam, and we answered Tonga, leaving for the Chiefs with the explosive talent of Draymond Jones. To top it all off, the legal system cleared Christian Barour, putting the anchor of our defense back on the warpath. We are stronger, more focused, and ready to chase that back-to-back ring in 2026. What do you think about this absolute roller coaster of emotions? Drop a comment below, hit the like, and subscribe as we hunt for those 1,000 followers.